Hey y'all, my name is Kayla and welcome to my chaotic corner of the internet. In today's video, we are doing another record reaction, but I thought it would be fun to kick it back a couple decades. Specifically, I wanted to react to some of my favorite groups when I was a young warthog. We are going to be delving into M2M, BWitched, and ATeens. Surprisingly, all groups who are from across the pond. These were literally some of my favorite groups growing up, but to be so totally real with you guys, it has at least been 15 years since I listened to any of these songs. I did make a playlist, a few songs from each group, and fun fact, they all seem to be having a resurgence in the past few years because M2M, BWitched, and ATeens all have brand new songs that I have never heard, and I thought it'd be fun to listen to them with y'all for the very first time here. With that noted, we are gonna hop right into things with M2M, but before we do, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video if you feel ever so inclined, and let me know what some musical groups you were bopping to back in the heyday. Now, grab your headphones and let's lock in. This is Don't Say You Love Me by M2M. So be quiet.
You set the trend. Yes, you did. The next
I will be singing along.
Down at the cinema, we're sitting there, you start kissing me. What's that about? You're moving too fast, I don't understand you. I'm not ready yet, baby, I can't pretend. No, I can't. The best I can do is tell you to talk to me. It's possible, eventual love will find a way.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Here's how I play, here's where you stand.
Such a
Here's
bop.
what to prove to get any further than where it's been. I'll make it clear, not gonna tell you twice. Take it slow, keep pushing me, you're pushing me away. Pushing me away.
curious. So if you do or do not know, quite a few of my record reacts have been in regards to Stray Kids. And I've made the comment once, twice, maybe 10, 20 times about their songs that a lot of their songs just cut off. And after hearing that song, maybe we'll see a trend throughout the rest of these songs. But maybe the reason why I like songs that dissipate out is because that's what I grew up with. They don't just stop abruptly. We had like a slow fade away as they were singing. Something to keep in mind. Something to keep in mind. But one thing I did want to note is Don't Say You Love Me was actually featured on the Pokemon 2000 soundtrack, which is how I personally discovered M2M. Next, we're going to hop into Everything by M2M. We're just going to stick to the same groups. So M2M, then we'll hop into the next act. I'm pretty sure this was the opening track of this album. So back in the day when you had CDs. Oh, I love this song.
So crazy, I'm just about taking a picture of the war. It's been 3 months, over 100 days since you held my hand, and I miss you in 1,000 ways. Will I ever see you again? How did it change so fast? I won't give you to the past. I really thought it last. All that we had was so unbelievable. Now that it's gone, it's just inconceivable. Still in my dreams, you were so damn beautiful. How could it be that you ruined my everything, everything, everything? Everything, everything, everything.
My dogs are staring at me like I'm crazy.
It seems like everywhere everyone's in love. So where are you? And I remember you couldn't get enough. You felt it too, or dare you? How did it change so fast? I won't give you to the past. I really thought it last. All that we had was so unbelievable. Now that it's gone, it's just inconceivable. Still in my dreams, you were so damn beautiful. How could it be that you ruined my everything, everything, everything? Everything, everything, everything. It's been 9 days, 8 hours, 40 minutes, 10 seconds. 3 months and 100 days. It's been 9 days, 8 hours, 40 minutes, 10 seconds. I miss you in 1,000 ways. How did it change so fast? I won't give you to the past. I really thought it last. All that we had was so unbelievable. Now that it's gone, it's just inconceivable. Still in my dreams, you were so damn beautiful. How could it be that you ruined my everything, everything, everything? All that we had was so unbelievable. Now that it's gone, it's just inconceivable. Still in my dreams, you were so damn beautiful. How could it be that you ruined my everything, everything, everything? Everything, everything, everything. Everything, everything, everything.
Ooh, this is back when songs were like long. Very long. Do they make songs this long anymore? This one's over 4 minutes long. The rest, this is the longest one. And it's just a lot of repetition. Beta? Beta. Ugh. I don't think I'm gonna have a lot of actual like thoughts, feelings, and opinions because these aren't new listens. These are just bangers I grew up with. With that noted, we're hopping into Payphone. Ooh. I never listened to this song with headphones on, but it has the transitioning between ears going on. That's fun, that's fun. Or I did listen to a song with headphones on and headphones just weren't as good as they are now.
Just cry. You don't have to hide it from me. Rely on me.
Okay, can you tell I grew up in the era of like Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears because I have to add a little riff to everything. There's no such thing as holding notes.
That's what you said, but I don't know. I'm walking here, so what I know. I wanna hear your voice right now. I'm looking for it all around. I really need to find a payphone. Just fine. You don't have to hide it from me. Come dance with me. Come dance with me. Just fine. Even if you don't know why. Come dance with me. That's what you said, but I don't know. I'm walking here, so all alone. I wanna hear your voice right now. I'm looking for it all around. I really need to find a
Yeah, back when you couldn't just like beep bop boop on your cell phone. You had to go find something and hopefully get quarters on ya. Or you had to call toll free. Toll? Or you could have, back in the day, if you picked up a payphone and you didn't have any money, you could be like, hey, charge the person I'm calling.
I know you can't smile those tears away.
Remember those days?
I know you can't smile those tears away. That's what you said, but I don't know. I'm walking here, so all alone. I wanna hear your voice right now. I'm looking for it all around. I really need to find a payphone.
Okay, before we hop into the next song, I want to let you guys know who M2M is. M2M is a Norwegian pop duo formed by Merritt Larson and Marion Raven, who met at age 5 and released a children's record in 1994. In 1998, they signed with Atlantic Records and released their debut album, Shades of Purple. In 2000, the album sold over 1.5 million copies worldwide and featured the hits Don't Say You Love Me and Pretty Boy. Their second album, The Big Room, was released in 2001 and recorded using real instruments instead of computerized ones. So all of these songs have been from The Big Room except for the very first one, which was Don't Say You Love Me, which was a part of the Shades of Purple album. One thing I do want to note is that they are celebrating their 25th anniversary of their best-selling album, Shades of Purple, where they've reimagined their most beloved songs. Merritt and Marion emphasize that this project isn't just about nostalgia, it's exploring what M2M sounds like in 2025. For the duo, the recording process became both a celebration of their catalog and a way to reconnect, discovering how natural it still feels to sing together. And why I say I think this is a brand new release is because it has The Way You Went Away, which is the name of the song, but then parentheses 2025. So not 100% sure if this is a brand new song, but it was released in 2025. That much I know from the parentheses. So without further ado, The Way You Went Away. Or the day you went away.
still be suffering is stupid. After all of this time, did I lose my love to someone better? And does she love you like I do? I do, you know I really, really do. But hey, so much I need to say. Been lonely since the day you went away. So sad but true, for me there's only you. Been crying since the day you went away. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. I remember date and time, September 22nd, Sunday, 25 after 9, in the doorway with your case. No longer shouting at each other, there were tears on our faces, and we were letting go of something special, something we'll never have again. I know, I guess I really, really know. But hey, so much I need to say. Been lonely since the day you went away. So sad but true, for me there's only you. Been crying since the day you went away. The day you went away. The day you went away. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, 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 did I lose my love to someone better? And does she love you like I do? I do, you know I really, really do. But hey, so much I need to say. Been lonely since the day you went away. So sad but true, for me there's only you. Been crying since the day you went away. Why do we never know what we got till it's gone? How could I carry on the day you went away? 'Cause I've been missing you so much, I have to say. Been crying since the day you went away. The day you went away. The day you went away. Hey, yeah. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, oh.
Very different. Definitely more folk music like. Not my personal cup of tea, but it does make me curious to see A, do they have more original new releases? And B, how did they update their old music? Very interesting. Again, not my personal cup of tea, but I know there's a wide swath of people who would love that style of music. Interesting. That was The Day You Went Away by M2M. Now we are hopping into In Fields Where We Lay by BWitched. So many of their songs have a very Irish folk vibe to it. With that noted, let's chat about who BWitched are in case you do not know. BWitched is an Irish girl group famous for late 1990s pop hits like C'est La Vie, characterized by their denim-clad tomboy image and teenage fanbase. Comprising of Edel, Kiwi, Lindsay, and Sinead, they achieved 4 UK #1 singles before splitting in 2002 and later reuniting, which is the theme of today's video because we do have a brand new release by BWitched, which we will be covering in a few songs. But with that noted, In Fields Where We Lay.
There's a green hill far away in a land I know so well, and the sun it shone so bright in the fields where once we did lay. In the fields where once we did
The
lay.
way their music, their voices mesh.
As we walked that winding road. spent together in the fields where once we did lay. In the fields where once we did lay. How we laughed and carved our names and declared our love forever on that old oak tree we found in the fields where once we did lay. In the fields where once we did lay. There's a green hill far away in a land I know so well, and the sun, it shone so bright in the fields where once we did lay. In the fields where once we did lay. In the fields where once we did lay.
I never noticed this. That song had zero music to it. It was just the girlies. It was just the girls singing it. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Next song we're hopping into is C'est La Vie, which is one of their more well-known songs from their discography. So let's hop into it.
People say I look like me dad. What? Are you serious? I said, hey boy, sitting in your tree. Mommy always wants you to come for tea. Don't be shy, straighten up your tie. Get down from the tree house, sitting in the sky. I wanna know just what I do. Is it very big? Is there room for two? I got a house with the windows and doors. I'll show you mine and show me yours. Gotta let me in. Hey, 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 let the fun begin. Hey, I'm a wolf today. Hey, 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 I'll huff, I'll puff, I'll huff, I'll puff, I'll blow you away. Say you won't, say you'll do what I don't. Say you will, say to me. Say la vie. Say you will, say you won't. Say you'll do what I don't. Say you try, say to me. Get a noise. Say la vie. Do you play with the girls, play with the boys? Do you ever get lonely playing with your toys? We can talk, we can sing. I'll be the queen and you'll be the king. Hey boy, in your tree, throw down your letter, make a room for me. I got a house with the windows and doors. I'll show you mine and show me yours. Gotta let me in. Hey, 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 let the fun begin. Hey, I'm a wolf today. Hey, 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 I'll huff, I'll puff, I'll huff, I'll puff, I'll blow you away. Say you won't, say you'll do what I don't. Say you will, yeah. Say la vie. Say you will. Say you'll do what I don't. Say you will. What do you like? Say la vie. Fight like me dad's hell.
Yeah. Banger every time. We're hopping into another song that I love dearly. I love this song so much. Blame It on the Weatherman. The ambiance.
It's just one more day. No one said there would be rain again. Won't blame it on myself. Yeah, I'll blame it on the weatherman. Get away for a while. Here I am, out on my own again. Won't blame it on myself. Yeah, I'll blame it on the weatherman. Standing on the shore, calling out your name. I was here before. I could see your face. Only clouds will see. Tears are in my eyes, empty like my heart. Why'd you say goodbye? The rain goes on.
Love that part.
The rain goes on. The rain goes on again. Alone, I can hear our song playing for me again. Won't blame it on myself. Oh no, just blame it on the weatherman. Standing on the shore, calling out your name. I was here before. I could see your face. Only clouds will see. Tears are in my eyes, empty like my heart. Why'd you say goodbye? The rain goes on. The rain goes on. The rain goes on again. Maybe it's too late. Maybe it's too late to try again. Maybe I can pray. Maybe I can wait. And maybe I can't blame the weatherman. The rain goes on. The rain goes on. The rain goes on again. Oh, blame it on the weatherman.
What do you mean? Okay, that song just solidified. This is why I love orchestral music in music. And this song literally has a full string orchestra. They have at least someone on the a bass drum, probably a different kind of drum. I wasn't in percussion pit, so I don't know for sure. But like, blame it on the weatherman. Iconic. Anyways, now onto a song that I have never heard before because this is BWitched. This is BWitched's most recent release. I believe it came out in 2025, but this is called My Greatest Little Mistake. Let's see what it's about. Okay.
Dead end street and our house is on fire. Heavy head got me feeling tongue-tied. I guess that you had always been a live wire. Didn't dream that this mirror would crack. Never thought I'd pull the knife from my back. You think you got me, but it's just a scratch. So tell me, did you really think I was hurting? Did you really think that you were the one that I
don't know if I love this editing or this mixing.
You don't know me. What's it gonna take for me to recognize the warnings? And I tell you, you don't know me. I'm done with fighting your place. Crazy if you think I'll take a shit forever, my mistake. Remember that I'm not afraid, 'cause you're forever my mistake. My biggest, greatest little mistake.
Was this song a mistake?
Yeah, we tried, it wasn't meant to be. Burn our house down when I wanted to leave. You're only happy when there's casualties. Only happy when you know that there's casualties. Oh, I know, if these walls could talk, they would run before they ever could walk. Just still a liar when the curtain falls. So tell me, did you really think that was hurting? Did you really think that you were the one that I can't live without? 'Cause I don't need you, you don't know me. What's it gonna take for me to recognize the warnings? And I tell you, you don't know me. I'm done with fighting your place. Crazy if you think I'll stay the shit forever, my mistake. My mistake. Remember that I'm not afraid, 'cause you're forever my mistake. My biggest, greatest, I can't take this. Why do I get overrated? Fuck this greatest little mistake.
What? I just need like a second to decompress. What the fuck was that? The song had like good roots. It had a good, like I could see, oh my God, I could see where the song was going, but the way it was mixed was god awful. It was also giving me, I think it's a Billie Eilish song. I don't remember the name of it. I think I'm gonna have to listen to some more of BWitched new stuff. That was terrible. The beautiful thing that I loved about BWitched so much is they really like honed in on their Irish roots, and they had a lot of songs that felt very Irish, and that just yeah, I'm not gonna dog on it anymore, but I think you could quite clearly tell by the look on my face my thoughts, feelings, and opinions about that song. Let me know in the comments down below, though, if you like that song. I won't judge you too harshly. When you compare it to the rest of the BWitched songs we just listened to, it's very different. I think the same thing with M2M. It was very different. But at least with M2M, like, it was a good song. It just wasn't the type of music that I typically listen to. But it made me curious to listen to the rest of their stuff to see maybe if I like any of the other stuff. With this one, I'm like, is this just like a weird flub? Or does all their new stuff sound like this? Because that was terrible. Anyways, we're going to hop into ATeens, which... There's a reason they're last, okay? Because I am almost positive I know all these songs by heart. Okay, maybe not by heart. I might have forgotten some of the lyrics. But if you have been annoyed with my singing throughout this entire video, be warned, I will be singing specifically to ATeens because I love this group so much. If you didn't know, ATeens is a Swedish group. I'm going to read their overview from Google. ATeens are a Swedish Euro pop group formed in 1998. This part I knew, but I'm going to let Google tell you. Originally known as ABBA Teens. They were a cover group for ABBA. Ugh. Come on, y'all. They literally had an album that was solely them covering ABBA songs. Which is how I personally, like, I knew some ABBA songs, but that's how I learned most of ABBA songs was through ATeens. Featuring Marie, Amit, Donnie, and Sarah. They gained worldwide fame in the early 2000s for covering ABBA songs before transitioning to original hits like Upside Down. After selling over 8 million albums, the group returned in 2024. Okay, y'all. We are going to be hopping literally into the song that they mentioned, Upside Down by ATeens from the album Teen Spirit.
my grades are down from A's to B's. I'm way behind in history. I've lost myself in fantasies of you and me together. I don't know why but dreaming's all I do. I won't get by on mere imagination. Upside down, bouncing off the ceiling. Inside out, stranger to this feeling. Got no clue what I should do. I'm crazy if I can't get next to you.
My teacher says to concentrate. So what? His name was Peter the Great.
Kings and queens will have to wait, 'cause I don't have forever. I wish that I could walk right up to you. Each time I try, the same old hesitation. Upside down, bouncing off the ceiling. Inside out, stranger to this feeling. Got no clue what I should do. I'd go crazy if I can't get next to you. Somehow, someday, you will love me too. One day will be the day when all my dreams come Upside down, bouncing off the ceiling. Inside out, stranger to this feeling. Got no clue what I should do. I'd go crazy if I can't get next to you. Upside down, bouncing off the ceiling. Inside out, stranger to this feeling. Got no clue what I should do. I'd go crazy if I can't get next to it. I'd go crazy if I can't get next to it. I'd go crazy if I can't get next to it.
No, pause. Ah, beautiful, gorgeous, beautiful. I was filling up my water bottle, or trying to. So good, Jinx. Wasn't that so good? Yes, it was beautiful, amazing. Here's an embarrassing fact about Kayla. I used to make mixtapes all the time. I don't remember who any of my crushes were, specifically from like elementary and middle school. No, middle school I do, but elementary school. Can't remember a single one of my crushes. That's a lie. I literally just did. I used to make mixtapes, and ATeens was like a staple. Was a staple for my mixtapes. I don't recall ever giving any of my crushes the mixtapes I made them, but let's just say Upside Down. Upside Down was a fan favorite for my mixtapes. With that noted, let's hop into Halfway Around the World. Halfway around the world. Ooh,
Maybe I will soon be
it did that fun in and out thing. Love that. I do not remember the boing.
To let you know my love will never change. I promise you I'll always feel the same. So remember in your heart, baby, when we are apart, there is no need for pride.
classical music, classical instruments. I think it could have been literally 40 seconds shorter. As just after the 3-minute mark, I'm like, okay, you're getting a little repetitive, a little redundant. Anyways, we're gonna hop into Firefly next. I love Firefly.
When I said go, I never meant to wait. You ought to know the freaky games we play. Could you forgive and learn how to forget? Hear me as I'm calling out your name. Firefly, come back to me. Make the night as bright as day. I've been looking out for you. Tell me that you're lonely too. Firefly, come lead me on. Follow you into the sun. That's the way it ought to be. Firefly, come back to me. You and me, we shared a mystery. We were so close, like honey to the bee. And if you tell me how to make you understand, I'm minor in a major kind of way. Firefly, come back to me. Make the night as bright as day. I've been looking out for you. Tell me that you're lonely too. Firefly, come lead me on. Follow you into the sun. That's the way it ought to be. Firefly, come back to me. Firefly, through the sky, come and play with my desire. Don't be long, don't ask why. I can wait another night. Wait another night. I've been looking out for you. Tell me that you're lonely too. Firefly, come lead me on. Follow you into the sun. That's the way it ought to be. Firefly, come back. Firefly, come back to me. Make the night as bright as day. I've been looking out for you. Tell me that you're lonely too. Firefly, come lead me on. Lead me into the sun. That's the way it ought to be. Firefly, come back to me.
Honestly, I have nothing to say. Let's hop into Sugar Rush.
Get a high whenever you're around. Sweeping from my head to my toes. I
is another one of my crush mixtape songs. You're welcome if I ever gave it to anyone.
Got a sweet tooth and a taste for you, and it might be too obvious, but can't help myself from what I do.
'Cause you make me go out of my way, crossing the line, making me say what I have in mind. You make me so excited, and I don't wanna fight it. I start to blush. You are my sugar rush. Ain't nothing better, baby. Is it for real or maybe? I start to blush. You are my sugar rush. Baby, you're my sugar rush. I get weak and talk too much. You're the sweetest thing I ever tasted. Baby, you're my sugar rush. I get weak and talk too much. 'Cause you make me go out of my way, crossing the line, making me say what I have in mind. You make me so excited, and I don't wanna fight it. I start to blush. You are my sugar rush. Ain't nothing better, baby. Is it for real or maybe? I start to blush. You are my sugar rush. Baby, you're my sugar rush. I get weak and talk too much. You're the sweetest thing I ever tasted. Baby, you're my sugar rush. I get weak and talk too much. But you are my sugar rush.
Close enough. Y'all, I'm surprised, like, I knew that little part more than I knew the actual chorus of the song. And I haven't heard this song in probably, honestly, probably 20 years at this point now. That's crazy how your brain just memorizes specifically songs. Like the way the brain can process songs. Redonkulous. We're hopping into ATeens' more recent release, Iconic. And I am really hoping they don't let us down. But I fear after BWitched, I don't have my hopes up, okay? Please, of all the groups, ATeens. Of all the groups, please. Okay.
I come alive when you're calling my name. My ride or die every step of the way. I got this feeling, and you're the reason.
I don't know how to feel.
I
feel like I'm trying to force myself to like this song. It's just really touchy. Thoughts, feelings, opinions. Okay, this song had a little bit more pizzazz. Potentially could have been more my alley. I could see how the song would be dope remixed. Speed it up a little bit more. My biggest critique about this song is that it, what is the word I look for? The intro, like you could tell it was building up to something, right? And it built up, and then we got to the chorus. And then we were just kind of at the chorus level the entire time. There was no ebbs and flows in and out of like suspense, if one will say. There was never really a big drop. There was never really a hype moment. It was just like slow build up to the chorus, and then throughout the entire song it just stayed like that, which is why I think it would do really well if it was remixed. But it does give me the itch to check out the rest of their stuff, because who knows, maybe I just picked the wrong song. One thing I did want to note though, as kind of a final wrap up for this video, we are done listening to songs. However, I do have a theory about why a lot of artists will re-release their music 20 to 25 years after it was originally released. Copyright laws. Copyright laws. Fair use comes into play after a certain period of time. So that's why a lot of times you can use classical music and you can't get struck because Mozart hasn't been renewing his ownership on that song. Same thing with a lot of books. You can take The Great Gatsby and revise it as much as you want because it's out of copyright. It's no longer, it hits a fair use term after, I believe, 20 years. I could be wrong with that. Also, it obviously will vary country to country, but that's my hunch on why a lot of things in general across the board, oftentimes you're going to see like 20-year anniversary, 25-year anniversary, because they still want to receive the royalties on that music. They want to renew that copyright, so they just either re-release it, they re-jazz it, they redo something to it so that they can continue receiving the moolah for that work. Which, fair on them. Good for them. And I also love that all these groups came back together and not only re-released their music, repackaged their music, but also released some new stuff. Whether I was a fan of their new stuff or not, I'm sure there's somebody out there who was. But anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Let me know in the comments down below who were the groups in particular that you listened to all the time growing up. I would love to know. There are plenty more that I could cover, but these were the three that like automatically locked in, came to my mind when I thought, who did I used to listen to when I was a kid? Thank you again so much for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.